Welcome to another breathwork video for the Fundel Gym. In this video I want to talk a little bit about the importance of your day-to-day breath. If we look at the breath, we can make like 3 categories where we breathe. How do we breathe in rest? So this is rest while sitting down or whatever. How do you breathe while sleeping? And how do you breathe during activities like sports or lifting up your kids or carrying the groceries, whatever. So these 3 are a way of looking at how you apply the breath. And your day-to-day breath is the most important because this is your baseline. And if your day-to-day breath is dysfunctional, this will have an effect on how you breathe during sleep and during physical activity. So in this video I want to talk a little bit about the qualities of your day-to-day breath. So if you look at the breath, there's one important thing to realize, and that the nose in essence is made for breathing, not the mouth. The mouth serves the purpose while breathing. I mean, I'm talking a lot right now, so I have to breathe using my mouth. But for your day-to-day breath, where you're not talking or whatever, the nose is the most important part, of the only part you should use while breathing. Why? Just practice along with me. Open your mouth and inhale. So open the mouth and inhale and just notice what it does. Just take your time to feel what an inhale through the mouth does. How does it feel? Where is the breath? For me, I notice that the breath that I take through the mouth is cold and it's dry. I also notice that when I breathe in through the mouth, it's high upper chest. And I'm not telling anything about like this is wrong or right, but this is just what I'm observing right now while breathing through the mouth. So, cold air, dry air, high up in the chest. Now, use the nose. Just take an inhale and exhale through the nose. And take another inhale and exhale again through the nose. And notice the difference. Notice the difference. I can tell you the difference based upon studies or whatever, but notice what happens. The air coming in through the nose is warmed up, is humidified, and while breathing through the nose, you're more likely to breathe deep. And I will come back to that later. As you breathe into the nose, you're more likely to use the diaphragm and the muscles in between the ribs, the intercostals, with your breath. And one other thing, the nose also acts as a filter, so keeping all the bad stuff out. So the nose is the first choice for your breath because it does all these things. So this is your baseline, breathing in and out through your nose for your day-to-day breathing. There's some other things to keep in mind, and there's a nice way of remembering what it should be, and it's LSD. Light, slow, and deep. Just remember LSD as a thing to remember the qualities of your day-to-day breath. Light, slow, and deep. And I will start with light. Light means effortless, and it means not forceful. And effortless means there doesn't have to be any sound. You don't have to breathe in for your day-to-day breath. So light means easy, effortless, without a sound. It's an important quality of your day-to-day breath. So you can practice this. Just take a big inhale in, using a lot of force and sound, just maybe 1 or 2, and then try to wind down and breathe in through the nose and out, without a sound, without any force, just an effortless breath. So this is the light part of your breath. And then we have slow, which means slow and easy and gentle rhythm. A lot of people breathe too much. Apart from being a forceful breath, this is just a rhythm which is it's too much. So see if you can slow down the breath, keeping the qualities of a light breath in the back of your head. So it's still easy, it's still effortless, but try to wind down, to bring the rhythm down. We covered the light, and the second quality of your breath to keep in mind is slow. And slow refers to the rhythm of your breath. Try to slow down your rhythm. Try to breathe less. So still in and out through the nose, still keeping that quality of lightness and effortlessness in mind. You try to maybe make the inhale and the exhale a little bit longer, but it should still feel comfortable. So this is the slow, so bringing down the rhythm. And then we have the last part, which is deep. And deep means that you try to send the air into the deeper regions of the lungs, because this is where the actual gas exchange takes place, where the oxygen is delivered into the bloodstream, and through the bloodstream the oxygen is transported to the tissue, to the muscles, to wherever, to all the cells. So breathing deep doesn't mean you should forcefully breathe towards the belly. Sometimes you get these instructions of breathe through the belly, which is not per se wrong, but sometimes you tend to lose the first quality we talked about, the lightness. Sometimes you get this, really forcefully expanding the belly on the inhale. So what I would like you to do is take both hands and place them on the lower part of the ribs and make sure the middle finger, the top of the middle finger, connects. So the hands on the lower part of the ribs and the top of the middle finger, they are touching the tops of the middle finger. And then you try to breathe deep, and you try to breathe in such a way that you notice that the rib cage, especially the lower ribs, they expand to the sides, a little bit to the front, a little bit to the back, but focus on expanding the rib cage, and also focus on breathing towards the diaphragm, which is the umbrella-like muscle here, to bring the diaphragm down. So place the hands on the lower ribs, middle finger is touching, and then inhale through the nose. And you can look at the top of your middle finger. And they should be moving apart. So as you inhale, there's a little bit of space being created between both middle fingers. And as you exhale, all the muscles in between the ribs, the intercostals, they relax, the diaphragm relaxes, and the hands and the middle finger, they move towards each other and the fingers touch. So maybe you practice this for a while if you find this difficult. This is an important quality of your day-to-day breath, breathing deep. And as a result, the belly moves. So it's not per se wrong to think about I need to do a belly breath, but it's not the goal. It's only a result of using your primary breathing muscles, being the diaphragm, and being the intercostals, all the little muscles in between the ribs. So practice this, hands on the rib cage, and maybe you pause the video and practice until you really feel what's happening. And if you get the feeling, then you continue. And then you bring all these things together. So remember, nasal, in and out through the nose, LSD, light, slow, and deep. And these are the qualities of your day-to-day breath. These are the qualities of a functional breath. And if you have that in place, then most likely you will build towards a breath that serves you in sleep, bringing rest, and that also serves you while being active, physically active, in terms of oxygen delivery and these kind of things. But we will discuss the oxygen delivery in a different video. So start with your day-to-day breath, create a nice foundation, and then build upon that. Thanks for watching. Have fun practicing.